So last week we discussed introduction to Bhakti, and we discussed what are the 9 different limbs of Bhakti. So you can come here. Maybe I cannot see you. You can. Yeah. So the 9 different limbs of Bhakti are Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Padasevanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Vandanam, Atmanivedanam. Shravanam, hearing. Kirtanam, singing, or singing the glories of the Lord. Vishnu Smaranam, Bhagavat Smaranam, remembering the Lord. Archanam, worship. Whatever the pujari is doing now, that is Archanam. Padasevanam, like how Sri Mahalakshmi does Padasevanam to Sriman Narayana. Dasyam, like how Hanuman serves Ramachandra. Sakyam, friendship, how Arjuna serves Sri Krishna Bhagavan. Dasyam, Sakyam, Vandanam, offering prayers, reciting stutis, offering pranama. That is Vandanam. And then Atmanivedanam, complete surrender. Like Bali Maharaj, completely surrender to Vaman Dev. Okay, complete Sharanagati. Atmanivedanam means complete Sharanagati. Okay. So the origin. Today, let's discuss about the history, the context in which Vishnu Sahasra Nāma was spoken, and some background. Okay. Vishnu Sahasra Nāma is part of Mahābhārata. It is coming from a Parva called Anuśāsana Parva. 149th chapter of Anuśāsana Parva. Parvas are like sections. Okay, just like Ramayanam, you have Balakanda, Aranyakanda, Ayodhyakanda, Yuddhakanda, and Sundarakanda, like that. And Srimad Bhagavatam, there are skandhas. Pradhama skandha, Dvitiya skandha, Tritiya skandha, like that. So these are the different sections. When the volume of the scripture is so huge, then they are divided into sections like this. Bhagavad Gita, there are no sections. It is just chapters, 18 chapters. Because it is a very condensed form of Vedas. It's the essence of all the Vedas. So Mahābhārata has Parvas. This particular Vishnu Sahasra Nāma comes from Anuśāsana Parva, 149th chapter of Anuśāsana Parva. There are 5 great conversations that are coming from Vishnu Sahasra Nāma. They are called as Pancharatna. What is that? Pancharatna. Pancharatna, the 5 jewels. Ratna means jewel. 5 jewels from Mahābhārata. What are the 5 jewels coming from Mahābhārata? First one is Bhagavad Gita. We all know that. Okay? Bhagavad Gita comes from Bhishma Parva. Okay? This Vishnu Sahasra Nāma, which is the second Ratna from Mahābhārata, it comes from Anuśāsana Parva. So Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Sahasra Nāma, Vidura Niti, that is the third one. And the fourth one, Yaksha Prashna. Fifth one, Sanat Sajatiya. Sanat Sujatiya, actually. Sanat Sujatiya. Okay? So let's repeat this. Bhagavad Gita, louder. Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Sahasra Nāma, Yaksha Prashna, Vidura Niti, Sanat Sujata.
Sanat Sujata.
Who can tell all 5?
Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Sahasranāma.
Vishnu Sahasranāma. But
Sanat Sujatiya. Okay, this is what is called as cooperative, effort, communal effort. I like it. Okay, good. So these are the 5 great epic conversations, unparalleled epic conversations in the history. There is no other conversation, whether it is from Ramayana or Bhagavatam or any other different, you take any other scripture. There is no conversation that matches with this. It's the unparalleled conversation. Bhagavad Gita, we know. What can match with Bhagavad Gita? the divine word spoken by Sri Krishna Bhagavan himself. So these 5 great conversations are followed in different areas by different people in different ways. For example, Vidura Niti, even now, the politicians take some lessons from Vidura Niti. Vidura, who is the brother of Dhritarashtra, he was counseling, he was advising Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra, whenever he is in doubt, he would counsel Vidura, who is his brother. But these two are opposites. Dhritarashtra is evil-minded, and Vidura is a devotee of Krishna. Okay, so he would counsel whenever Dhritarashtra is in doubt. Vidura would go and counsel. But Vidura, we all know, he is the son of a maid servant, son of a Shudrani. So sometimes when Dhritarashtra asks deeper questions to know about Bhagavad Tattva, Atma Tattva, some deeper questions, Vidura says, I am a Shudra, I am not qualified to speak on these topics. These topics are supposed to be spoken by a Brahmana. And then Vidura sits there, meditates on this great sage called Sanat Sujata. Sanat Sujata. With his meditative power, he invokes and he makes Sanat Sujata manifest in that assembly of Dhritarashtra. And he would request, Vidura would request Sanat Sujata to clarify Dhritarashtra's doubts on this Atma Tattva, Bhagavad Tattva, and so on. Okay, so that conversation between Dhritarashtra and Sanat Sujata Rishi is known as Sanat Sujatiya. The conversation between Dhritarashtra and Vidura is Vidura Niti. Conversation between Dhritarashtra and Sanat Sujata Rishi is called Sanat Sujatiya. Conversation between Krishna and Arjuna is Bhagavad Gita. Conversation between Bhishma Dev and Yudhishthira is Vishnu Sahasra Nāma. Conversation between Yaksha and Yudhishthira is Yaksha Prashna. Okay? So these are all great epic conversations. The 5 gems. You had it out? Okay. The five gems, Pancharatna. Okay? So now let's talk about Vishnu Sahasra Nāma. Vishnu Sahasra Nāma, which literally means the 1,000 names of Lord Sri Vishnu. 1,000 names of Sriman Narayana, Vishnu. So who spoke this? Bhishma Dev. Bhishma Dev spoke Vishnu Sahasra Nāma to who? Yudhishthira Maharaj. So what is the context? What is the context of this Vishnu Sahasra Nāma? Why did Bhishma Dev speak Vishnu Sahasra Nāma to Yudhishthira? Let's try to understand a little bit. After the Kurukshetra war, Pandavas won the war, and Yudhishthira Maharaj was to be coronated. The Pattabhishekam was supposed to happen. And then Yudhishthira Maharaj would have to arrange the government. He would have to form the government. So Yudhishthira Maharaj was in the process of making these arrangements. He was in the process of identifying different departments, administrative departments, and the leads of those departments. While he was doing this, Yudhishthira Maharaj was feeling some regret in his heart. Even though he won the Pandavas won the war, but Yudhishthira Maharaj was feeling some regret in his heart. Some repentance, some regret. That because of me, millions of people have died. Just to make me sit on the throne, millions of people have given up their bodies. I cannot tolerate this. This is causing me great pain. So Yudhishthira Maharaj wanted to talk to Sri Krishna Bhagavan. Then Sri Krishna Bhagavan, Yudhishthira Maharaj goes into the palace where Sri Krishna Bhagavan was meditating. Sri Krishna was still in Hastinapura that time. Okay, so he was at some palace and he was meditating. When Yudhishthira Maharaj went there, he saw Krishna meditating, and he waited outside that room for Krishna to complete the meditation so that he can talk to him after that. So then, after some time, Krishna completed his meditation and then came out and met with Yudhishthira Maharaj. So first they ask Kushala Prashna, right? So how are you doing? What are you doing? How are you doing? All those things. Okay. The way the Brahmanas in the ancient times, the way Brahmanas would ask question to each other is, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied? That's the question. And how is your bhakti sadhana going on? This is how they would ask. They don't ask like, how are you? What are you doing? Like that. Okay. So after those Kushala Prashna, then Yudhishthira Maharaj asks Krishna, "Oh Krishna, everybody meditates upon you. Who do you meditate upon? I saw that you were meditating. Who do you meditate upon?" Sri Krishna says, "I meditate on those devotees who are meditating on me." How beautiful it is. If you are thinking about the Lord, let's say you are at home and you are meditating, you are remembering the Lord. You are taking beautiful darshan of Venkateshwar Swami here, and after you go home, you will remember, right? You will recollect this beautiful form. So whenever you are doing that, whenever you are doing Bhagavat Smarana, Bhagavan also thinks about you. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? You should get goosebumps as soon as you hear this. That, oh, the Lord is thinking about me. You should get goosebumps. If not now, very soon you will get. Okay? It's an experiential thing. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Pratyaksha avagamam dharmyam susukam kartum avyayam. Pratyaksha avagamam. This fact, this truth has to be experienced by one's own realization. So when you practice remembering Lord like this, and Lord will give you the inspiration, Lord will give you the experience, He will give you that bliss. You are thinking about the Lord, at the same time, Lord is thinking about you. And with that reciprocation, you will feel you'll feel some bliss in your heart. Like, let's say a boy and girl, they're talking on the phone. Only when there is a reciprocation, there is some happiness, right? Similarly, Lord will give you that happiness, glimpses of that experience. Okay? So after saying this, Yudhishthira Maharaj asks, "May I know who you are meditating upon right now?" What did the Lord say first? Lord said, "I am meditating on those devotees who are meditating on me." So then Yudhishthira asks a question. "May I know, O Swami, may I know who you are meditating upon right now at this moment?" Then Sri Krishna Bhagavan said, "I am meditating on my devotee Bhishma Dev, who is lying down on a bed of arrows, Ampashaya, and then he is meditating on me. So I am meditating on him." So Bhishma Dev is waiting for Krishna to come to that scene so that he can leave his body. Okay? And then after this, Yudhishthira Maharaj expresses what he is feeling in his heart. The regret, repentance, whatever he was feeling in his heart, he expresses that to Krishna Bhagavan, saying that I don't want to sit on the throne. Because of me, millions of people have died. Then Krishna Bhagavan, he tries to console him. He gives some advisory words and tries to console Yudhishthira Maharaj, saying that it's not your fault. To protect Dharma, you Pandavas have fought and won in the war, and you are supposed to be coronated as a king. You are supposed to rule the kingdom. So don't feel like this. But he did not get consoled. Yudhishthira Maharaj did not get consoled. Like that, many people tried. Daumya, Daumya is the advisor, the chief priest of Pandavas. He is the Purohit, the priest, chief priest and advisor, the counselor, mentor of Pandavas. Daumya tried to counsel Yudhishthira Maharaj but failed. Vyasadeva tried counseling, failed. Brihaspati, the chief priest of Devatas, the chief priest of Indra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, he tried counseling. He also failed. Everyone failed, including Sri Krishna. Is there anything that Sri Krishna cannot do? No, right? Sri Krishna can easily console Yudhishthira. But that same Sri Krishna who was speaking words externally when he was in front of Yudhishthira Maharaj, that same Sri Krishna, he was saying something to Yudhishthira, saying that be consoled, be pacified, it's not your fault. That same Krishna who was also inside Yudhishthira Maharaj as Paramatma, what he was saying? Don't believe these words. This is all wrong. What that Krishna is telling, it's all wrong. Don't believe that. Who is telling this? The Paramatma within. The Paramatma within is telling something else. And the same Sri Krishna who is standing outside, the Bhagavan, is telling something else. What an inconceivable thing it is. It's the same person who is telling two different things at the same time. Equivocal, this is called as equivocal instruction. Equivocal means it has two different meanings if you see from two different ends. Two different meanings from two different ends. The Sakshat Bhagavan Krishna, he is telling something and Paramatma is telling something else. Why? Because Krishna wanted to give the credit to Bhishma Dev. Krishna wanted to give the credit of consoling Yudhishthira Maharaj to his great devotee Bhishma Dev. So then when everyone failed, including Krishna, to pacify, console Yudhishthira Maharaj, Krishna finally said, all right, now I know the solution. I know how you can be counseled. If one counseling does not work, we have other counseling groups in the society to try with. Krishna said, let's go to Bhishma Dev. Then Sri Krishna prepared all the Pandavas. They asked them to dress up in kingly attire, wearing nice outfit, all the ornaments, kiritam, everything. And then on a big chariot, Krishna took everybody to Bhishma Dev, where Bhishma Dev was lying down on the bed of arrows. So seeing all the Pandavas, Bhishma Dev felt very happy. And then and especially Sri Krishna, seeing Sri Krishna and all the Pandavas, Bhishma Dev felt very happy. And then Bhishma Dev offered pranam with his words. And then looking at Yudhishthira Maharaj, Bhishma Dev said, Aho kashtam aho nyayam yadyuyam dharmanandana jivitam narhata kleshum vipra dharmachyutashrayah. Aho kashtam, aho anyayam. What a great misfortune, what a great difficulty that you all Pandavas have gone through. And what a great misfortune, anyayam, injustice. What a great calamity and what a great injustice that all of you Pandavas, you have gone through. Jivitam narhata kleshtam. In fact, considering all the suffering that all of you Pandavas and your mother Kunti Devi have gone through, you don't deserve to leave actually. You don't deserve to leave. Because the suffering is so high that it is intolerable and it makes one to commit suicide. Jivitam narhatam kleshtam vipra dharmachyutashrayah. Even though you have taken shelter of Brahmanas and Dharma, Even though you have taken shelter of Brahmanas and Dharma, you have gone through so much of suffering. And then Bhishma Dev, in the next few shlokas, this is coming from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, in Bhagavatam, Pradama Skanda, Navamodhyaya, Bhishma Dev, while talking to Yudhishthira Maharaj, he tells all these things. He tries to console Yudhishthira Maharaj with these pacifying words. First, he says that whatever you have gone through, maybe karma is the reason for that. Then Bhishma Dev says, no, you are not subject to karma. Because you are a devotee, you are all devotees. You have taken shelter of Brahmanas and you have taken shelter of Dharma. So how can you be subject to karma? So you are not subject to karma. Then the next possibility Bhishma Dev says is Kala, time. Because with time, everything deteriorates. With the time, everyone has to go through some changes. From birth to childhood, to youthhood, to adulthood, and finally to death. Okay, Kala Kramena, there will be some changes. By the influence of time, there will be some changes. So maybe time is the possibility which caused you great suffering like this. Having said this, Bhishma Dev says, but wait a minute. Time is not an influencing factor for devotees. Time is an influencing factor or forcing factor for those who are not practicing bhakti. For those who are not practicing bhakti, with every minute they are one step closer to death. With every minute they are one step closer to Yamaraj. Whereas devotees, with every step they are one step closer to Sri Krishna Bhagavan. So there is no influence of time on you on Pandavas, because you are devotees of Krishna. So karma is ruled out, time is ruled out. And finally, Bhishma Dev says, this is nothing but an inconceivable plan of Sri Krishna. Whatever you are going through, whatever you have gone through in your life, the suffering, the great suffering, Jivitam aho kashtam aho nyayam, it is all because of the inconceivable plan of Sri Krishna. So Sri Krishna Bhagavan, he does this. Even though there is no papa karma, even though we haven't done any mistake, either in this life or previous lifetimes, sometimes to test the bhakti, to test the to test the level of surrender of devotees, Krishna presents some problems in our life. So Bhishma Dev told Yudhishthira Maharaj that whatever great suffering that you have gone through before war and whatever happened in the war, you are thinking that millions of people have died because of you. It's not because of you. It is Sri Krishna's plan. How can you kill anybody? Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyaha ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano nahanyate hanyamane sharire. Nahanyate hanyamane sharire. This soul, Atma, cannot be killed. It is eternal. Krishna was encouraging Arjuna by saying these words. And similarly, Bhishma Dev also is saying the same thing. You are thinking that you have caused the death of millions of people. But there is no death for them. There is no death. You cannot kill them. They are Atmas. There is no death for them. So whatever has happened on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, it is all because of Sri Krishna's plan. And that's what Krishna shows in 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. In the Vishwarupa Samdarshana Yoga, Krishna shows all the Kauravas entering into Krishna's mouth like fireflies and getting dyed. Krishna shows this and encourages Arjuna, saying that, "Oh Arjuna, I have already killed all these people. You just become an instrument, get up, pick up the bow Gandiva and fight. And you take the credit. Tasmatvam yasho labhasva jitva bhuktum rajyam samudram mayaivaite vihata purvameva nimitta matram bhava savyasachi. Krishna asked Arjuna to become nimitta matra, an instrument. Whatever has to be done, Krishna has already done everything. The killing has been done already. Killing has been done by Krishna. Okay? And the same thing, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Bhishma Dev is telling to Yudhishthira the same thing. That don't think you are the cause of the death of these Kauravas. They have been killed by the plan and will and desire of Krishna. So be pacified with that. Okay? Then Yudhishthira Maharaj was pacified. And after that, now Yudhishthira Maharaj is ready to be coronated and he is ready to become a king to rule the kingdom. Now he needs to be educated, right? There has to be some training, political training, administrative training, how to rule the kingdom. Then Bhishma Dev spoke extensively, educating Yudhishthira. So there is we'll take a break for 5 minutes, okay? About 125,000. 1,25,000 shlokas. Bhagavad Gita, 700 shlokas. Srimad Bhagavatam, 18,000 shlokas. Ramayanam, 25,000 shlokas. Mahābhāratam, 125,000 shlokas. So out of the 125,000 shlokas, 25,000 shlokas were spoken by Bhishma Dev to Yudhishthira in educating about different dharmas. Raja Dharma, Kula Dharma, Sri Dharma, Varna Dharma, and so on. And then after hearing all of this, Yudhishthira Maharaj still had some questions. In the Vishnu Sahasra Nāma, in the Purva Petika, we hear, right? Shri Vaishampayana Uvacha Shrutva Dharmana Sheshena Pavanani Cha Sarvashah Yudhishthira Shantanavam Punarevabhyabhashata. Shri Yudhishthira Uvacha Kimekam Daivatam Loke Kim Vapyekam Parayanam Stuvantakam Kamarchanta Prapnuyat Manava Shubham Ko Dharma Sarva Dharmana Bhavata Paramo Matah Kim Japan Muchyate Jantur Janma Samsara Bandhanat. So Bhishma Dev, Yudhishthira Maharaj asks 6 prominent questions, 6 profound questions. After hearing 25,000 shlokas from Bhishma Dev about all different dharmas, he still had some questions, Yudhishthira. So what are these questions that we will discuss in the next session? Wait, the class is not done yet. So now let's try to understand the different sections in Vishnu Sahasra Nāma. You know, we are all reciting in a flow, right? To start from Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnu Shashivarnam, and then you end with Kayena Vacha Manasendriyer Va Buddhyatmana Va Prakrute Svabhavat. As soon as you start, it goes like a super fast express. So most of the times we don't know what are the different sections, what are the different names. We don't pay attention to that. Okay? So the different sections, there are 4 different sections in Vishnu Sahasra Nāma. Purva Bhaga, repeat. Dhyana Shlokas, and the Namavali Bhaga and Falashruti Bhaga. Yeah, these are the 4 different sections. So let's try to understand what are these sections all about. First one is Purva Petika or Purva Bhaga. Okay, the foremost section are in the books. You have 4 words, right? If you buy a novel or some personality development book, there will be a 4 word. Okay, Purva Petika, Purva Bhaga. Whatever is said before the actual essence of the book. Okay, the Purva Bhaga, it establishes the context in which Vishnu Sahasra Nāma was recited. So just like I explained 2 minutes before, that Yudhishthira, when he, after hearing entire Dharma, Shrutva Dharman Asheshena. Shrutva means hearing, having heard. What did he hear? Dharma, about Dharma. Asheshena, that means in great detail. Shrutva Dharma Asheshena. Even after hearing about different dharmas in great detail, Yudhishthira asked these questions. So the Purva Petika or Purva Bhaga, it establishes this context in which this was spoken. Okay, and Purva Bhaga also has some invocation prayers. Invocation prayers to Vishwaksena. Vishwaksena is a servant of Lord Vishnu. He is like Ganesha. He is like Ganesha. What is the job of Ganesha? What is Ganesha known for? What
Removes
is
the
he known as?
obstacles.
Huh?
Removes the obstacles.
Obstacles. Vigna Vinashaka. Right? Vigna Vinashaka. Similarly, Vishwaksena also, he is Vigna Vinashaka. He's a servant of Lord Vishnu. So in the Purva Bhaga, there are invocation prayers to invoke the blessings of Vishwaksena. Okay? Like whenever you do any puja at home, right? You invite a priest, and what will the priest do? First he will do puja to Lord Ganesha. Because he will remove all the obstacles which may be on the path of performing this puja. So to invoke that auspiciousness, Mangalacharana, and to invoke the blessings of Ganesha, we do that Ganesha puja first. And then Ganapati puja, they call it, right? Okay? Because if I use a different name, you may think it's different. Ganapati puja. So similarly, Vishwaksena, the first 2 shlokas basically. Okay? Yasya dhirada vaktradhya parishadhya parakshatam. That shloka. So that's about Purva Bhaga. Then there is Dhyana Shloka. There are Dhyana Shlokas. Dhyana Shlokas that will help us meditate on the form of Bhagavan. That will help us meditate on Bhagavan. So we need to invoke blessings of Bhagavan also. Okay, first we invoke the blessings of Vishwaksena, then you invoke blessings of Bhagavan by remembering him, by remembering his form, by meditating on his form. So there is that long shloka, right? The most difficult shloka of Vishnu Sahasranāma. It begins with Dhyanam Kshirodhanvat Pradeshe Shuchimani Vilasat Saikate Moktikanam Mala Klupta Sasanastas Patikamani Bhair Moktikair Manditangaha Shubhrairabhrairudabhrairu Parichitai Ukta Piyusha Varshai Anandira Puniya Darinalina Gada Shanka Padir Mukundaha Bhupado Yasya Nabir Vyadasuraниlas Chandra Suryau Chanetre Karnavasha Shirodbhair Mukamapi Dahano Yasya Vasteya Magdihi Antastam Yasya Vishwanaram Suranarako Bhoba Gandharva Daityai Chitram Ram Yatetram Tribhuvana Vapsham Vishnu Misham Namami. Then Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Shantakaram Bhujagasayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadaram Gagana Sadrusham Megavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Hrudhyana Gamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavayaram Sarvalokaikanadham Megashyaman pita kausheyavasam srivatsankam kaustubhodbhasitangam punyopetam pundarikayataksam vishnum vande bhavavayaharam sarvalokaikanadham nama samasta bhutanam adibhutaya bhubrite, and so on. So basically, you are establishing the supreme position of the Lord and you are describing the form of the Lord. Meghashyamam pita kausheya vasam srivatsankam kaustubodh vasitangam, and so on. That is a description of the form of the Lord. Okay? So in order to focus on the Namavali, which is going to start in the next section, right? Before that, first we invoke Vishwaksena's blessings. Then we are invoking the blessings of Sriman Narayana by describing his form, by meditating on his form, and by establishing his supreme position. That long shloka, the most difficult Vishnu Sahasra Nāma shloka, Shiro Dhanvat Pradeshe, and so on, that establishes the supreme position of the Lord. And then, that is his Aishwarya, opulence, Vibhuti. And then, there is his form. So, this is about Dhyana shlokas. So, we discussed about Purva Bhaga, Dhyana shloka Bhaga, and then now, the cream of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma. That is the actual Namavali. Actual Namavali. Starts with Vishwam. Starts with the name Vishwam. The first word in the Namavali is Vishwam. Okay? How many names are there? 108? No. 108 shlokas. How many names?
1,000 names.
No,
1,000 names.
not 1,000.
Oh.
1,008. Okay? 1,008. You said that? Okay, very good. Kirtana. So 1,008 names. It starts with Vishwam. We'll come back to Vishwam in a second. But before that, let's discuss about the last section. Last section is Uttara Petika or Uttara Bhaga. Falashruti Bhaga. It has different names. Uttara Petika, Uttara Bhaga, Falashruti Bhaga. Okay? What is the benefit for me if I recite Vishnu Sahasranāma, if I hear Vishnu Sahasranāma? What is the benefit for me? Everybody will ask. So that benefit is given in Falashruti Bhaga, Purva Petika, Purva Bhaga. Okay, sorry, Uttara Petika, Uttara Bhaga. There are different benefits to different people based on how you approach Vishnu Sahasranāma. Based on how you approach Supreme Lord, He will reciprocate accordingly. Yeyata mam prapadhyante tamstataiva bhajamyaham. I reciprocate to the devotees in proportion to how they approach me. If somebody approaches the Lord with some material benefits, I want some wealth, I need a good job, I need more money, I need good health. If somebody approaches the Lord with material benefits, yes, Vishnu Sahasranāma will give you those benefits. If you recite Vishnu Sahasranāma with that intention, with that sankalpa, yes, you will get that. But if somebody recites or hears Vishnu Sahasranāma with a sankalpa to become famous in the world, then you will get that. But if somebody recites or meditates on Vishnu Sahasranāma with a sankalpa of surrendering to the Lord, becoming devotee of the Lord, to progress in Bhakti, if you chant Vishnu Sahasranāma with that sankalpa, you will get that. So different folks, different shloks. Different folks, different shloks. Okay? So depending on the intention or sankalpa of different folks, there are different shlokas. Shloks. Different folks, different shloks. So the famous shlokas, Vaishyo Dana Samudra, Shudra Sukhamavapnuya, Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet, and so on. And then in the end, and then there are other shlokas there. Bhayan Mucheta Vitastu muccetapanna apadaha durganyati taratyashu nityam bhakti samanvitaha. And then punyo dusapna nashanaha. This Vishnu Sahasra Nāma is very purifying, punya. It gives you piety, pious deeds, pious punya karma. And also dusapna nashanaha. It removes bad dreams. And then finally, Vasudevashrayo Martyo Vasudeva Parayanaha. If somebody recites Vishnu Sahasra Nāma with a sankalpa to take ashraya of Vasudeva, they will get Vasudevashraya. Vasudevashrayo Martyo Vasudeva Parayanaha. If somebody recites Vishnu Sahasra Nāma with a sankalpa to take shelter of Vasudeva, they will not only get the shelter of Vasudeva, but Vasudeva Parayana. They will get the destination, the final, the best Uttama destination, Sadgati. They will go to spiritual world. Okay? So like that, depending on what is your sankalpa, you will get those benefits. So from next week onwards, what I will recommend is, bring a water bottle from your home, full of water. And then when we are reciting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma, keep the bottle open. Let the transcendental vibration, the sound potency, the power potency of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma enter into that water. If you are alone at home, you drink all the water. Or if you have children and family members, you share the water with everybody. Or you can mix that water in a big pot, and then whole day you can consume that water. So like that, you can recite Vishnu Sahasra Nāma every day at home, keeping a water bottle in front of you, and then consume that water. Okay? So is this clear to everybody online? I need some participation from online also.
Yes, Prabhuji, it's clear.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
If you all can give your darshan to me for a minute, that'll be great. Okay, Sarita, Rajesh, Munmun, Ranjit. Okay, but looks like the wife of Ranjit.
Annapurna. Yeah.
Annapurna. Okay, good. And we have Shrikant. Good. Thank you. So now coming back to Vishwa. Okay, the entire Vishnu Sahasra Nāma, the Namavali, the 1008 names, they are all recited by Vishwadev just to prove one point. What is that one point? Vishwam. What is the first name? Vishwam. Just to prove that one name, just to prove how correct it is, just to convey the meaning of one word, one Nama, Bhishmadev spoke the rest of the 1007 names. Okay? So let's try to understand this. What does Vishwam mean?
Entire.
Universe.
Seeing everything.
Universe. Vishwam means universe. There is another meaning of Vishwam called Purnatvam. What is that? Purnatvam. Completeness. Okay? So Bhishmadev speaks rest of the namas in this Namavali just to prove how Vishwam means Purnatvam. How Vishwam means completeness. Or how the Lord is complete. How the Lord is Purna. Upanishad says, Ishavasya Upanishad says, Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Ishavasya Upanishad says this. What does this say? It says that He is Purnam, He is complete. Om Purnamadam, He is complete. Purnam Idam, anything that appears from Him is also Purnam. Example, Brahma. Brahma appeared from the lotus flower that came from the Nabi of Mahavishnu. So Brahma is also Purnam. Mahavishnu is Purnam, and whatever appeared from Mahavishnu is also Purnam. Brahma is also Purnam. And whoever Brahma created, they are also Purnam. Brahma created all of us, so we are also Purnam. And whatever evolves after creation, whatever evolves, that is also Purnam. Okay, like a jiva goes through from lower species to higher species, like from a small amoeba to human being, to the cow, and finally to human being. So whatever this evolution is process is there, not Darwin evolution, okay? This is Brahma's evolution. But in every species, even though there is an evolution, but in every species, that species is Purnam. The jiva is Purnam in that species. So whatever evolves is also Purnam. And whatever remains in the end, that is also Purnam. Purnam eva vashishyate. Purnam eva vashishyate. Whatever remains in the end, after Pralaya, when everything is gone, when all the material world, jivas, everybody is destroyed, whoever remains, who remains? Mahavishnu remains. He is Purnam. So we started from Mahavishnu and ended with Mahavishnu again. In the beginning, there was only Mahavishnu. And in the end, there is only Mahavishnu. In between, there is Srishti and Sthiti. So in every phase, whatever is created, whatever is evolving, whatever is maintained, whatever appears from Mahavishnu, everything is Purnam. Now we'll understand this, okay? How an amoeba is Purnam, right? You know, Purnam means something to eat, right? How an amoeba is Purnam. Okay, before that, I think somebody had a question. Rajesh, you had a question? You raised your
No,
hand.
no problem. No problem. I think it's okay. I think we can discuss that. Like it's slightly out of context. So I think you're going in the flow. I think let's go with this, Prabhu.
Okay. Yeah, you can send me a message or you can call me later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how different jivas are Purnam? Brahma Purnam we can understand to some extent, right? Because Brahma is the creator who has created the secondary creation. You know, he was empowered by Mahavishnu to do the creation. We can understand he is Purnam. But how we are Purnam, how an amoeba is Purnam, how all these things are Purnam, how a small ant is Purnam. You know? When you keep a Purnam in the plate, ant comes and starts eating that Purnam. So I'm talking about a different example, okay? Don't worry. So Purnam means complete in quality. Complete in quality. Qualitatively, we are one and same with Bhagavan. Qualitatively, we are one and same with Bhagavan. But quantitatively, we are different. Whatever qualities Bhagavan has, we have the same qualities. The most important quality is consciousness. Consciousness. Satchit Ananda. Bhagavan is Satchid Ananda. The Jiva is also Satchid Ananda. The Jivatma that is there in amoeba, the Jivatma that is there in the ant, the Jivatma that is there in me, this is also Satchidananda. So qualitatively same criteria, Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat means eternality, Chit means knowledge, Ananda means bliss. Bhagavan is eternal, the Jiva is also eternal. Bhagavan is full of knowledge, the Jiva is also spirit soul, the Atma is also full of knowledge. Bhagavan is full of bliss, Jiva is also full of bliss. Anandamayo Bhyasat. That is the adjective used to describe Jiva, Jivatma. So qualitatively, there is no difference. Hence, Bhagavan is Purnam and we are also Purnam. That Sat, that concept of eternality, it is there in Jiva also in full. It is not like we are 99% eternal and Bhagavan is 100% eternal. No. Bhagavan is 100% eternal, we are also 100% eternal. There is no doubt. Bhagavan is full of knowledge, 100%. We are also full of knowledge, 100%. Bhagavan experiences full bliss, we also experience complete bliss. So qualitatively, there is no difference. That's why Purnam. Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. But quantitatively, we are different. The amount of bliss, what we experience, is limited. The amount of experience, the amount of bliss that Bhagavan experiences is unlimited. The amount of things that we can do is limited. The amount of things Bhagavan can do is unlimited. The amount of compassion that we have is limited. The amount of compassion Bhagavan has is unlimited. So like that, there is a quantitative difference, but not qualitative difference. Qualitatively, one and same. So this is called inconceivable oneness, simultaneous oneness and difference. Achintya Veda Abeda Tattva. Achintya means inconceivable. Veda Abeda. Veda means different. Abeda, same, no difference. So we are simultaneously same and different. We are simultaneously same as the Lord, but different. Same as the Lord means we have the same qualities as the Lord. Different from the Lord means the quantity. He is Vibhu, we are Anu. Okay? So to prove this one point, to explain this one point, the Purnatvam of the Lord, which is conveyed in the word Vishwam. Bhishmadev recited the rest of the Namavali. Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhuhu Bhutatma Paramatma Cha Uktanam Paramagati Avyaya Purusha Sakshi Kshetrajnokshara Evacha Yogo Yoga Vidham Neta Pradana Purusheshwaraha Narasingha Vapu Sriman Keshava Purushottamaha, and so on. Okay?
Prabhuji, so one question, sorry. I think maybe this is the right place, right?
Yes.
So I think you said Yudhishthira asked the question, Ko Dharma Sarva Dharmanam, that means which Dharma is the best?
Yes.
But Bhishma's answer is just the names of the lords, like he's Vishwa. Like, how does it connect? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand.
So, Bhishmadev answered the 6 questions of Yudhishthira by doing Nāma Saṅkīrtana. Sometimes when Arjuna, in Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna asks the questions, especially 8th chapter, Arjuna asked 8 questions. And Krishna explained in different shlokas, different sentences, many sentences. But here, there are no sentences. This is all Namavali, pure Nāma Saṅkīrtana. By reciting, by doing Nāma Saṅkīrtana, Bhishmadev answered Yudhishthira Maharaj 6 questions. Saṅkīrtya Narayana Shabda Matram Vimukta Dukkha Sukhino Bhavantu. So what is the Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga?
Chanting of holy name.
Saṅkīrtana, right?
Yep.
Chanting of the holy name. So that's the answer. Saṅkīrtya Narayana Shabda Matram Vimukta Dukkha Sukhino Bhavantu.
So that is the Dharma. Okay, got it.
Yeah, that is the Dharma. Yeah. So Bhishmadev does not say, like, this is the Dharma of Kali Yuga, this is the highest Dharma. He does not say like that. But he recites the entire Namavali because he is in great ecstasy. Bhishmadev, as soon as he heard that question, Kim Japan Muchyate Jantur Janma Samsara Bandhanat. By chanting whose name, one can get free from this material world. Even the animals, human beings. Kim japan muchyate jantur janma samsara bandhanat. That means Bhishma Dev is indirectly telling, Yudhishthira Maharaj is indirectly telling Bhishma Dev, do Nāma Saṅkīrtana. Kim japan, by chanting whose name? By chanting what names? One can get free from the material world. And then a great devotee like Bhishma Dev, a pure devotee like Bhishma Dev, when there is a right opportunity to sing Namavali, they jump in right there. Bhishma Dev did not say any word. He immediately started. Vishvam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. There's no dialogue in between Yudhishthira's question and Bhishma Dev's answer. It starts with Namavali. Namavali is the answer. Nāma Saṅkīrtana is the answer. So, to prove how Vishwam is Purnatvam, the entire Vishnu Sahasra Nāma is recited. So, Vishnu Sahasra Nāma is very beautiful. There are only 1008 names. But if you go through different bhashyam or commentary of different acharyas, you will get different meanings, different perspectives. So roughly about 3000 to 5000 different meanings you can get. 3000 to 5000 different understandings of this Namavali you can get. That means you can meditate on the tattva of the Lord in 5000 different ways. Not just 1000, not just 1008, not just 108, but about 5000 different ways of meditating on the Lord. How beautiful is that? So,
Prabhu,
yes.
chanting and remembering this 1000 namas of Lord Vishnu with a dedication and devotion and determination is the supreme dharma, right? And the
Correct.
surest path to moksha also.
Yes,
And it becomes freed from the bondage of repeated birth and death.
that's correct.
Thank you.
In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, 8th chapter. What does Krishna say? Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati samadbhavam yati nastratya samshayah. Antakale cha mameva. At the time of death. Antakala. Antakale cha mameva smaran. That means remember. Muktva kalevaram. Muktva means the process of quitting, the process of giving up. Kalevaram, body. At the time the soul is quitting this body, at the time of death, whoever remembers Krishna, they will go back to Krishna Loka, spiritual world, Vaikuntha, Goloka Vrindavana, Ayodhya Loka, Ananda Nilayam. Yeah. Okay, Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram ya prayati samadbhavam yati nasti atra asamshayah. Of this there is no doubt. Krishna is saying, don't have any doubt. Sometimes we have this doubt that, oh, Vishnu Sahasra Nāma. In the Falashruti, Bhishma Dev is saying, Rogarto muchyate baddho mucche tapanna apadaha durganyati taratyashu nityam bhakti samanvitaha punyo dusapna nashanaha. Will it happen? Will it cure diseases? Will it remove bad dreams? We have doubt. So we should keep complete faith on these stotrams, stuti stotrams, especially the words of Bhagavan and Bhaktas. Because of their purity, they have vakshuddhi. Whatever they speak becomes true. Whatever they speak, it's like a promise. It's like assurance. It's like life insurance. Okay? It is guaranteed. Just like life insurance, it is guaranteed, right? At the time of death, it is guaranteed. It is given to the family members for sure. Is there any doubt of that? Nastratra samshayah. Of this there is no doubt. Just like how there is no doubt for life insurance, similarly, there is no doubt of assurance of the Lord. There is no doubt in the assurance of the Lord. So it's 11:18.
Life over life assurance. That is not only one life assurance.
Yeah.
Not only one life assurance. Life over life assurance. That is.
Yeah.
Chanting Vishnu Sahasra.
Whatever bhakti you do in one life, it is carried forward to the next life, and you continue from there. So Bhagavatam also says, Ante Narayana Smriti Etavan Sankhya Yogabhyam Swadharma Parinishtaya Janma Labha Para Pumsan Ante Narayana Smriti. Etavan Sankhya Yogabhyam. Even if somebody is practicing Sankhya Yoga. Swadharma Parinishtaya. If somebody is practicing Karma Yoga. Swadharma, that is Karma Yoga. Parinishtaya, Ashtanga Yoga. If somebody is practicing Ashtanga Yoga. Etavan Sankhya Yogabhyam Swadharma Parinishtaya Janma Labha Para Pumsan. The highest benefit that a human being can get. Para Labha. Janma Labha Para Pumsan. Pumsan means human beings. Janma means life. Para Labha, the highest benefit. What is the highest benefit for the jivas? Ante Narayana Smriti. Narayana Smriti. In the last minute, at the time of death. That is the highest benefit. So in order to remember the Lord at the time of death, we have to practice. We have to practice remembering the Lord throughout our life. And that practice comes by chanting. Smaranam comes through the process of Kirtanam. Whatever you chant, this Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, if you chant every day, that is what you will remember every day. Whatever you say repeatedly, whatever you do repeatedly, that's what you will remember all the time. So, reciting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma or any stotram on a daily basis, like Gajendra Stuti, Mukundamala Stotra, Kunti Stuti, there are so many stotrams. So, we'll end with one final concluding thing. You must be very famous, you must be very well known of the famous Suprabhatam, Venkateshwara Suprabhatam, right? In Suprabhatam, there is a beautiful shloka. Vina Venkatesham Nanadho Nanadha Sada Venkatesham Smarami Smarami Hare Venkatesha Prasida Prasida Priyam Venkatesham Prayacha Prayacha. So the author of Suprabhatam is Ativada Bhayankara Shastri. Okay, the name sounds very Bhayankara. Ativada Bhayankara Shastri. So what does he say in Suprabhatam? Vina Venkatesham Nanadho Nanada. Vina means without. Without Venkatesha, without Lord Venkatesha, I am Anadha. I am an orphan. Vina Venkatesham Nanadho Nanada. Sada Venkatesham Smarami Smarami. O Lord Venkatesha, I have always chanted your names. I have always remembered you. Smarami Smarami. Sada Venkatesham Smarami Smarami. Hare Venkatesham Prasida Prasida. O Venkateshwar Swami, please be pleased. Please be pleased upon me. Please be pleased upon me with all the Saṅkīrtana that I did, with all the Smarana that I did. Please be pleased upon me. Prasida Prasida. Priyam Venkatesham Prayacha Prayacha. I am begging you, O Lord Venkateshwara. Okay? So with that mood, let us beg Lord Venkateshwara, who is right in front of us, so that we inculcate this practice of Saṅkīrtana, Nāma Saṅkīrtana and Bhagavad Smarana. That is the ultimate goal of our life. Okay? Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Sri Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram ki jai. Sri Bhishma Dev ki jai. Sri Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. So before we wrap up, any quick questions, comments, reflections?
I have one question, Prabhu.
Yes.
So there are in that Vishnu Sahasranāma when we recite, what is that like? Gadi, Shangi, Sanki, Chakri, Chanandaki. That we repeat 3 times, and then Sri Rama Rameti also we repeat 3 times. Why is that? Like why specifically those 2 shlokas? That is, I think, 108th shloka, right? That Vanamali, Gadi, Shangi, Shanki, Chakri, Chanandaki, Shriman Narayano, Vishnu Vasudeva Virakshatu. That one, right? Yeah.
So-
Why is that? Why is that so special about that specific? Those 2 specific.
Yeah. So in every Shastra, there are some Charama shlokas, like concluding instructions. Okay? So in so whether it is Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana, or Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, there are some Charama shlokas. Charama shlokas are the important instructions, concluding instructions. So Sri Rama Rama Rameti, when Parvati Devi asks Lord Shiva, Keno Payena Laguna Vishnur Nāma Sahasrakam Patyate Panditaye Nityam Shrotu Micham Aham Prabhu. Oh my Lord, Lord Shiva, looks like this Vishnu Sahasra Namavali is very difficult to chant. And it appears that it is only for Pandits, only for scholars and learned people. But can you please tell some strategy, some simple plan for laymen, for people who are not Pandits? Okay? Then Lord Shiva says, if one chants Sri Rama's name 3 times, Sri Rama, Sri Rama, Sri Rama, 3 times, it is equivalent to chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma complete. So this meaning you already know it. I'm just repeating, you already know it. So because it's such an important instruction which is not to be missed, in Sanskrit, in the shloka recitation or in the kirtans, bhajans, you will see an important word, any important word, any important instruction, if it has to be emphasized, it will be recited 3 times. For example, Kevalashtakam. Hare Namaiva 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 Kevalam. Kalau Nastyeva 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 Gatiranyada. So there, he could have said that Hare Namaiva Kevalam. Instead of saying Hare Namaiva 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 Kevalam. Only the Lord's name, only the Lord's name, only the Lord's name is the shelter. Hare Nastyeva 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 Gatiranyada. There is no other shelter. It can be said in one word, Nastyeva Gatiranyada. But to give emphasis and importance to this word, not to be missed. Even if you miss once, even if you miss twice, but third time is a charm. Right? That's what they say. Third time is a charm. Where is this coming from? This is coming from Shastras. Third time is a charm. So if somebody misses entire Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra, 30 minutes, they are thinking about some movie that they watched. But at least Sri Rama Rama Rameti, even if they miss first time, even if they miss second time, Lord Shiva is giving an opportunity the third time. And if somebody misses third time also, nobody can save him. Nobody can save him. Okay? So that's the reason. All important. Now this one, Vanamali, Gadi, Shangi, Shanki, Chakri, Chanandaki. So Krishna, Bhishma Dev, in the entire Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, he explained about Aishwarya of the Lord, Vibhuti, the power potency of the Lord. He explained how great Sriman Narayana is, how he is all pervading, Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu, how he is the creator, controller, maintainer, destroyer, everything. How he is the controller of Dhyausa Chandrarka Nakshatra Kamtisho Bhurmaho Dadihi Vasudevasya Viryena Vidrutani Mahatmanaha Sasurasura Gandharvam Sayaksho Ragarakshasam Jagat Vashe Vartatedam Krishnasya Sacharacharam. Jagat Vashe Vartatedam Krishnasya Sacharacharam. Everything is in the control of Krishna. So after explaining entire Vibhuti, the power potency of Krishna, Sriman Narayana, in the end, Bhishma Dev ended with Madhurya, Vanamali. That is his Madhurya. That is his Madhurya identity. Vishnu is his Aishwarya identity. What is his Madhurya identity? Vanamali. When you say Vishnu, what form comes to your mind?
Universal form.
Chakram Sakirita Kundalam Sapita Vastram Sarasiruhe Kshanam Sahara Vakshastala Shobhi Kaustubam Namami Vishnum Shirasa Chaturbhujam. But that is not the form that the Lord relishes the most. That is not the form that the devotees in Vrindavan, they relish the most. If you go to Vrindavan and say Krishna is God, they will think you are mad. They'll think you are mad. But if you tell them Krishna is Vanamali, Krishna is Gopabala, Gopala, Govinda, Krishna is just a cowherd boy, Krishna is just a friend, then they will like you. They will invite you to their home and feed you lunch. So Vanamali, this is the essence. This is the essence of Krishna Tattva. To give bliss to the devotees in Madhurya Bhava, which is the highest rasa. So Bhishma Dev, he has explained about different rasas, right? Shanta rasa, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, everything. When he takes Devaki Nandana Srashta Kshitisha Papanashaka. So there he is invoking Vatsalya rasa. So Vishwadev has invoked all the rasas before, and finally he is establishing the real identity of Krishna, Vanamali. Because that is such an important instruction, it is recited 3 times.
Thank you,
In fact, I wanted to recite, while doing the Parayana, I wanted to recite Yatra Yogeshwara also 3 times. So that's also very important instruction from Bhagavad Gita, right?
Yep.
So maybe next time onwards we'll do that. So it's 11:30. If there is no question, comment or reflection, we will pause here for today. But this is not the end. We are going to recite Vishnu Sahasra Nāma one more time. Who is interested?
ఎప్పుడు గురూజీ?
Now, right now.
సారీ అండి.
Yeah, if you want to disconnect from the call, you can disconnect. But if you want to stay on the call and chant along with us, you can. Okay? So let's begin. You can have darshan of the Lord while you are chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Actually, not just one shloka, like Vanamali, Gadishangi, Sri Rama Rama Rameti. Entire Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram should be recited 3 times. Okay?
There is a procedure like that, Prabhuji. In some temples, I have seen that all 108 slokas, every sloka they chant 3 times and then go to next sloka.
Oh, beautiful.
I seen that group chanting in some temples.
See, here is a proof. So I just told it casually, but looks like it is true. It's happening. By the way, so if you can see Ravi here, who is sitting, okay? So raise your hand, or you can do pranam like this. So give a big round of applause to him first. I will explain why. Okay, big round of applause to him. And to his father. By the way, his father inspired him to chant Vishnu Sahasra Nāma from very childhood. And if I am correct, he has been chanting for a long time, not from childhood, but for a long time. And he has almost memorized entire Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. Today we could see he was reciting out of memory. So he has such a great interest, appreciation for Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. Okay. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. And we should also give a big round of applause to Kirtana. Such a very young girl. Can I tell your age? Only 23 years. And look at her, her interest, dedication, commitment. She comes every week and she is reciting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. When did I start Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram? I don't want to tell my age, but I started very late in my life. Huh?
Me too.
Yeah.
Very late.
Yeah. So let's all be inspired by the dedication of Kirtana. Okay. Yeah, she has a beautiful name. Okay. Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum
Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam
Bhujam
Prasannavadhanam
Prasanna Vadalam Dhyaye
Dhyaye
Sarva Vishnu
Sarvavignopanashantye.